I inhale nervously on a hand-rolled cigarette. Like myself, it is barely holding itself together. It's only 5 a.m. in the morning and the turmoil has already begun. My life is in ruins, and my heart feels as if it's been washed up on some deserted beach after one hell of a tsunami. I gaze across the Los Angeles skyline towards the silent, snow-capped San Gabriel Mountains. For a brief moment, I pray that one day I too will become that still. I have reached fever pitch, the height of my chaos, the zenith of my suffering. A groaning weight presses down upon my soul, stalking my every waking hour, burning at me for a response. I know that I'm standing upon a precipice, teetering at the razor's edge. I know I must take action, and I also know that my decision is going to propel me into a maelstrom of wild, rapid change. Far, far away in the distance, I hear the dawn chorus begin. A pale remembrance flickers into my awareness, reminding me that it is the blackbird who begins to sing first. I tune into its song, recognizing the bravery it takes to break the silence and usher in change. Inhaling again on my pathetic cigarette, I take mental note of this timely symbolism. Exhaling, I make my choice. It is time to leave my empty, unfulfilled, soulless marriage. I have finally reached the end of the road, and in this moment, on this precipice, I finally admit it to myself. I am in an abusive marriage, and it will not change, no matter how much I love him. I say it out loud to the still mountains. A sickness fills my stomach, and yet also a feeling of release. For so long I have been denying this truth, trying my best to outrun its inevitable message. My mouth is dry and my heart is pounding. I reach for the edge of the balcony to steady myself as all the masks begin to drop one after the other. Groaning out loud, my eyes roll up into my head and my mind floods with all the ridiculously crap lies I have been telling myself. If I love him enough, he will change. That's the $1 million mantra, the one I've repeated 108 billion times, and finally I know it's utter bullshit. The truth is, if I love myself enough, I will change. This truth stirs my latent power, and a new emotion awakens within my belly. It is at last time to go it alone, to pick up whatever pieces of me remain intact, and to resurrect myself once and for all. Around me swirls a chaotic mess, made of tattered, torn emotions and splinters of my fragmented mind. I take one last lingering look at the mountains as I slowly take off my wedding ring and place it in the pocket of my dressing gown. Today is the day where rock bottom becomes the solid foundation upon which I shall rebuild my life. Welcome to my dysfunctional world. My name is Sophia. I am 44 years old and I have failed in style. after marrying a loveless monster called Samael, who I was sure I could change. I live in quite possibly one of the coolest neighborhoods in LA. It's a stone throw from Venice Beach, where I once used to hang out and have fun, but I haven't done that for a long time. These days I just seem to walk around and cry a lot with a lost expression on my face. My beauty has been stripped of its classical features and my body dry from unrequited sex. My self-esteem has bulldozed from a psychological torment and my creativity flattened from years of neglect. Oh yes, I have failed in the most abundant way possible. However, this failure has become my new best friend. My ruined disaster of a marriage has recently transformed into something wondrous and exquisitely glorious. Why? Because this precious failure has backed me into a corner so tight that I can no longer breathe. I have no choice but to strip away the inessential. I have run out of options, and I have no longer have the luxury of pretending to myself that I'm anything other than what I am. I make a vow, this time only to myself. From this day onwards, I shall direct all my energy into the only thing that matters. I want to be reborn, and I claim this with both hands. I want to be reborn so badly that it now burns inside of me. It feels like I've been in some barren, hostile desert, and now I'm desperate for water. I'm hungering for life, thirsting for freedom, gasping for liberation. I look back towards the apartment, knowing that within hours I will be gone. I suddenly realized that if somehow I had really succeeded in this marriage, I might never have found the determination to gift myself this possibility of a rebirth. A faint smile reaches my lips, something that hasn't happened for a long while. The smile broadens as I confirm my decision. Yes, I'm going to leave him. Somehow I have miraculously rediscovered my self-respect. Out of the blue, a sense of my own honor has returned. More and more energy flows into my body as I prepare myself on every level to leave. In a sudden epiphany, I recognize that I'm already free, because my greatest fear has been lived and faced. He does not love me, nor does he wish to. I thought that excruciating truth would kill me, but here I am, still alive. Despite my brokenness, a small flickering flame continues to courageously burn in my soul. It fearlessly whispers to me every time I'm willing to listen. And now I am listening. But this flame is not only a flame, it is the warm, unwavering presence of a beloved friend. Soon, the flame says, soon we will be together, and everything that was lost shall become found. I know that I'm not alone, that there is another helping me through this doozy of an initiation. In fact, now that I think about it, this voice, this presence has always been there, but it became stronger the moment I met Samael. He has always whispered to me in the most despairing of times, gently reminding me that I wasn't alone, that we were in this together. And if the truth be known, it is the faith that I have in this voice that has given me the strength to do this. I stub out the last shreds of my cigarette, inwardly affirming that this smoking crutch shall also be extinguished in this newfound self-respect. Despite my trembling fingers, I